Well, here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Big Polly coming to you. Game number 12 of week number 9. See the recording date there. So, hello to you from a week in the past. Denver traveling to Kansas City. And when these two teams met back in week number 3, I'm pulling up the stats here. It was Denver hosting Kansas City, but they lost 27-24. But today is a new day. You don't know what will happen in this game. So let's get it started. Kansas City a 1-point favorite at home. 5-2, three-way tie for the lead in the Upper North Division between San Francisco, Kansas City, and Denver. San Francisco has beaten both teams in their first meetings, so they would hold the tiebreaker. Kansas City would be second, Denver would be third. And if the season ended now, they would get both wild card positions in the Western Conference with San Diego at 4-3. 45 degrees, a brisk wind. I mean, you might say a strong wind, a 15 to 25 mile per hour in Kansas City. I'll be controlling Kansas City as the human team, and Denver will be run by the computer. No shot at rain. Denver won the toss, deferred. Kansas City will receive. So let's see who we got. We got John Elway against Lenny Dawson. Mike Shanahan against Hank Stram. And Kansas City will have the wind advantage for the first and fourth quarters. Dante Hall back deep, along with Charles and Ed Podolak. And there's Dante Hall, and I forgot to shut off the AI.
The kick from McManus is returned 30 yards
Holding.
by Hall.
Receiving team.
Swenson on the stop.
And Kansas City will set up from their own 13. And pardon me a moment, folks, as I turn off Mr. Ray Curtis, who the first game I did was an unplugged game, so that's why I had him still on. For Kansas City, Charles and McClinton at running back. Smith and Bowe at wideout. Gonzalez at tight end. Len Dawson out of Purdue at quarterback, and he could also kick if called upon. Trier, Shields, Rudnay, Waters, and Alt are going to be your offensive line. For Denver, Price, Dumerville, Smith, Jackson, your front four. Miller, Gradishar, Mecklenburg, all 10 grade linebackers, with Braun Miller being 10 plus. Harris Jr., right. Atwater, Thompson, your defensive backfield. So we'll start off giving it to Charles, trap right, 1st and 10. And Charles found a little bit of a hole, gain of 5. Mecklenburg goes down on the first play, but he will stay in the game, so his injury was not as severe. Kansas City in the red, Denver in the white with the blue numbering and lettering. We'll go to McClinton. No, not Delbert McClinton, although he's a great singer. Off tackle right, Curtis McClinton. Off tackle right. That's a gain of 4 yards, setting up a 3rd and a yard situation. They'll go Dawson, quarterback sneak. Did he get there? No, short. Short by a few inches. So there's the first plot twist of the game. Jarrell Wilson back to punt for the Chiefs. Remember, they have the wind advantage. Oh, that was a booming kick. 60 yards. Return 13 by Upchurch. Is that probably out? The kick probably outran the coverage, or I don't know what they would call that. If the punt goes deeper than the coverage, it means it outran the coverage or something like that. 1st and 10, ball to 30. Comment on this video if you know what I'm trying to say there. 1st and 10 at the 30 for Denver. Davis and Humphrey, your running back. Smith and Taylor at wideout. Shannon Sharp at tight end. We'll see Sterling a little later in the week as Green Bay plays Chicago on the Monday night game. Elway from Stanford and from the Baltimore Colts, who tried to draft him, and Elway warned them, hey, I don't want to play for you guys. You better trade me to another team. He's at quarterback for Denver. Clady, Bishop, Nalen, Neal, Lepsis, your offensive line. For Kansas City's defense, Allen, Smith, Buchanan, Mays, your front four. Bell, Lanier, Hall, Halley, I should say, are your linebackers. Thomas, Lewis, Robinson, and Cherry are going to be your defensive backs. You got 4 10s in the in the defense for Kansas City, including 2 at safety. First and 10 at the 30. Incomplete. Second and 10. We have no score if you're just joining us or just queued the video up to this spot. Got to get with the times, Paulie. 2:20 gone by, first quarter. Second and 10, ball at the 30. Terrell Davis, 5 yards. Lepsis makes the stop for KC. That sets third and 5 at the 35. Elway with a lot of time, and he finds Shannon Sharp. A fumble recovered by Clady for Denver, and it's still going to be, no, it's short of the first down. Short of the first down. Gained 5 yards, but they ruled that he was short. I'll watch for a fake punt here from the 40, and there it is, and it stopped. Scarpino back to punt, and they tried to get the first down since it was so close out of the punt formation, but not to be. Bell made the tackle for KC, and it's first and 10 at the 38. So the Chiefs get a big break after that third and inches didn't work out for them. And it's going to be a play action pass to J.T. Smith on first and 10. He lets it go incomplete. He being Len Dawson. And that was to Bo, but incomplete. And now second and 10 at the 38. Pitch to Charles. Charles to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, 10, down to the 7. And a nice gain for Jamal Charles. Against Buffalo last week, he gained 106 yards. Actually, that was 2 weeks ago, week number 7, because almost everybody had week number 8 off. First and goal at the 7. Double tight end set. They'll go to McClinton. Off tackle right. See if they can get anything, and that's just back to the line, and that's all. Doomerville on the stop for the Broncos. They'll pitch it to Charles wide. On second down, that gets it to the 4-yard line, a gain of 3. Setting up third and goal from the 4. How about Tony Gonzalez on a cross? Oh, no, incomplete. Gonzalez was overthrown. Tynes will kick a field goal with the wind at his back from 21 yards. It's good. 3-0 Kansas City with 8:35 left in the opening quarter. Upchurch, Drones, Little, those are your deep men for Denver. And that's a touchback. First and 10. Denver starts from the 20. But you knew that already. That's to Lionel Taylor. And that's good for 15 yards on the first down. Elway against Miami in a Week 8 game. Denver was one of the 6 teams that played Week 8. Great game against Miami. 24 for 39, 3 touchdowns, and threw for 328. First and 10, ball to 35. This is Bobby Humphrey, who picks up 3. As I recall, Humphrey did not have a bad game against Miami. He had 11 for 24 in the rushing department, 4 for 31 receiving, but he had a touchdown. Second and 7, ball to 38. And Elway calls a timeout, and Denver changes formations. Brandon Marshall comes in as the third wideout. 7:11 left in the opening quarter. Oh, thank heaven. Elway, 2nd and 7. He throws. First down, complete to Smith. I'm not going to challenge a play this early. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 45. This is Terrell Davis, and Davis has a head of steam. 30, 20, and Robinson with great pursuit to catch him. A gain of 36 to the 19. Terrell Davis, that was his longest run of the season. 1st and 10 at the 19. 6:11 to go. Davis catches a pass this time, a gain of 12. Brought down at the 7 by Hali. Riley Odoms comes in as a second tight end. Denver deploying the 1 running back, 2 tight end, 2 wide receiver formation. Kansas City staying in their base 4-3. 1st and goal to 7. Davis, all that blocking, could not find a hold. Allen on the stop for a 1-yard loss, and that moves the Broncos back to the 8. Bobby Humphrey, he's down to the 4, so that was a pickup of 4. Now the pivotal 3rd down play. Elway could not find Brendan Marshall, and Denver will kick into the wind to try to force a tie. 21-yard kick by McManus, good, and it's 3-3 with 3:17 left to go, 1st quarter. Denver kicking into a stiff wind, and that should be music to the ears of Dante Hall, who's back deep. He catches it at about the 5, past the 30, to the 38, and a gain of 32. Charles, off tackle right, 1st and 10. But Denver noticeably playing tight on the line, so they'll go to Smith instead. J.T. Smith on a medium fly route. Dawson scrambles instead and picks up 2. Atwater on the tackle. Now a 2nd and 8. They'll go back to the original play. It's going to be a pitch right to Charles. Charles to the 40 to the 45. He's close to the 1st down marker, and he's got it. Mecklenburg. Not the county in North Carolina where Charlotte is, but Carl Mecklenburg, he makes the tackle. See him there out of Minnesota. Defensively, he has played in every game, although he only had 18 plays against San Diego, so he was hurt in that game. Made 7 tackles against Miami, and that was the high so far this season for him. 1st and 10. Kansas City's own 49. Charles dive play with 2:09 left in the quarter. Gain of 7. Jackson. That is Malik Jackson, not Tom Jackson, who was also a legendary Bronco. He makes the tackle, and it's 2nd and 3 at the Denver 44. So Kansas City on the plus side of the field. They'll go long, play action pass to Bo. 2nd and 3. And that's a catch at the 20. Fumbled, recovered by Denver. Wright, Louis Wright, with the fumble recovery. Take a look at him real fast. Out of San Jose State. After a nice gain by Bo, Denver picks it up on a fumble. First turnover of the game, and it comes with 35 seconds left in the quarter. So let's let Denver run a play. Humphrey up the middle, gain of 3. And that'll end it for the 1st quarter. It's Denver 3 and Kansas City 3. Next 3 days worth of games right here on the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel, the exclusive home for the Hometown Football League. Another unplugged game for you coming tomorrow. Las Vegas travels to Arizona at 5:30. Seattle and San Francisco will do battle at 7 Eastern Time. We'll get those games out of the way so you can watch the Thursday night football game this week. Come Friday, Los Angeles travels to San Diego at 7. Green Bay and Chicago at 9 o'clock. That'll be premiering on YouTube, so if you want to catch it the first time it runs, be there at 9 o'clock. Be there, aloha, as they used to say on the old Hawaii 5-0. And it'll be on demand available at 10 o'clock afterwards, 10 o'clock Eastern. Monday night, we're doing something new. We're going to take all the games that we would normally do on an unplugged state, and we are going to do those games automatically, not televise them, but we will recap those games. We know of 4 games that will be recapped on the recap show at 6:30 Monday night. And then we'll show you the first game, Detroit at Cleveland of Week 10, the first game featuring at least one team with a 500 record or better. We will still do games featuring teams where both teams have losing records if there are playoff ramifications or it's a Monday night game. But we will try to loosen up the load a little bit for the second half of the season. So that's your schedule. That's what's coming up right here on the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel. It's 3-3, as I was saying before the commercial. 2nd and 7, ball at the 18. Denver has run 13 plays for 87 yards. Kansas City 12 for 91. So let's see what Elway has in store. He's 4 for 6 to start today, 39 yards. Len Dawson has not thrown it as much. He's 1 for 3 for 29. Humphrey loses 2. Allen on the tackle for the Chiefs. 3rd and 9, ball to 16. Throw and a catch to Shannon Sharp. Neal was hurt on the play for Denver and will be out a few plays. 1st and 10, ball to 29. Terrell Davis, 6 yards. He got off his longest rush of the season in the first quarter. He's got 4 catches, 46 yards, 4 rushes for 46, 1 catch for 12. 2nd and 4 at the 35. Bobby Humphrey out of Alabama, no gain. Setting up a 3rd and 4 situation at the 35. Little shovel pass, looked like. It actually was an off-tackle run by Davis, way short of the first, as it was for no gain. Scarpito back to punt for Denver. They now have the wind advantage, by the way. Even though the punt was angled to the sideline, it went for 42. Hall could not get to it, and it goes out of bounds at the 23 with 12:10 left in the half. Kansas City, with that wind blowing in their faces now for the next 2 quarters, would be well advised just to keep it safe as much as possible. Keep it on the ground, work the middle of the what am I trying to say here? My mind is a blank today. That's twice I've messed up. Work the middle of the field. I think what I was trying to say. Off tackle right, Jamal Charles. And Charles gains 8 yards. Dumerville on the tackle for Denver. So this sets up a 2nd and 2 for your Kansas City Chiefs. As I set up my next slide for the 3rd quarter break. It's going to be a short play action pass, not a long one. We don't put the ball in the air to Gonzalez. Blitz coming, so we're going to change it to a slant to Bo. Medium slant. On the money, but we have a marker down. This might come back.
Encroachment, defense.
It does not.
Number 97, 5-yard penalty.
They get Jackson for encroachment. So Kansas City now moves into the plus side of the field in Denver territory as someone wanting to make money is trying to call us, and it's just going to let the phone ring. First and 10, ball at the 49 of Dallas, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. Sweep right, Jamal Charles. And Jamal loses yards.
Holding offense. Number 68, 10-yard penalty.
Shields called for holding to make matters worse. And it's 1st and 20. 1st and 20 for Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. Of course, Kansas City just won the last Super Bowl. Super Bowl 54 played prior to this date of taping in late September. Of course, they're playing the 2020-21 season now. 1st and 20 at the 41. Charles on the screen. Blitz coming. But we've called the right play to combat it, I think. And look at that. 1st down. Jamal Charles got all 20 yards back and a little bit more because it was a 1st down that moves the chains. 1st and 10 at the Denver 39. Trap right, Jamal. He gains 2 more. He has 7 rushes, 65 yards on the day, 1 catch for 20. 2nd and 8 will go to McClinton on the screen. McClinton's had some success out of the backfield as a receiver for the Chiefs in previous games. Incomplete. We'll show that to you here just a moment. Receiving, he has 20 catches, 384 yards, a 21.6 average, and a touchdown, and his longest gain was for 91 yards. In real life, his average out of the backfield per catch was 12.6. Here in the HTFL, it's been 21.6. So how things change when you put the best against the best. 3rd and 8. We're going to go to Gonzalez for a medium cross. Dawson cannot find Gonzalez.
Holding offense. Number 54,
And it wouldn't have counted anyway.
10-yard penalty.
Waters called for holding. And it's 4th and 8. Minimal odds at a field goal here from 54, so it's going to be pooch punt time for Jarrell Wilson. And that goes through the end zone for a touchback. 9:12 left. Opening half, it's still a 3-3 tie. 1st and 10 for Denver now. Elway over the middle to Shannon Sharp, and Shannon picks up 16. 5 catches for 106 yards last week against Miami. 1st and 10 at the 36. So Kansas City had the extra week off, as they didn't play last week, but Denver did. Mays tackles Humphrey for a 1-yard loss. Humphrey was taken out of the game, so I can't see his stats. 3 wide in the game for Denver. 5 backs in there for KC. 2nd and 11. Elway. A nice throw to Brandon Marshall, just short of the 1st. And it sets up 3rd and inches. Ball at the 46. Davis, did he get the 1st? No, he is just short. A nice defensive stand by KC. I watch for the fake punt again. I don't think they'd be stupid enough to try that again, and they don't. Punt goes 35 yards. Out of bounds at the 19. Dante Hall could not get to it. 1st and 10 Chiefs, 6:22 left. Defensive struggle so far, and you got 2 good defenses in there, let's keep in mind. Not just all about Len Dawson and John Elway here. Sweep right to Jamal. His 8th carry of the day. He's got a nice gain, 6 yards. Jackson on the stop for Denver. McClinton on a screen on 2nd and 4. Curtis McClinton, don't think he got the 1st down. He did not. Gradishar makes the tackle for the Broncos. 3rd and inches, and here we go again. Full house this time. They'll go to Priest Holmes on a dive. But Dawson saw something he did not like, so they're going to reset the play. Each team with 2 timeouts the remainder of the first half. McClinton, trap right. I don't think he got it. Oh, he did. He just barely did get the first down. Mecklenburg made the tackle for Denver. First and 10 at the 29. Back to Jamal, trap right. Gain of a couple. Second and 8 to Gonzalez on the medium crossing route. Blitz coming, so we're going to change it to a slant to J.T. Smith. Slants are usually good against the blitzes. Boom! Dilmerville blindsides Len Dawson for a loss of 9. And that sets up 3rd and 17. Ouch. They'll look to Taylor here on the medium pass. That's Otis Taylor, I believe. Incomplete. Let's just double check that. Yes, I had him called correctly. Of course, he played on those 69 Chiefs that won Super Bowl IV, and then 50 years exactly later, the Chiefs win their second Super Bowl. Jarrell Wilson back to punt, but he's punting into a stiff wind. But a good punt regardless. And that punt went 57. Upchurch returned at 13. The net went 44. So maybe he outkicked the coverage there. See, I knew I would get it. First and 10, ball at the 34. We have 2:33 left in the first half. Ball at the 34. I think I said that already. 3-yard gain. Davis trap left. And Lewis makes the tackle. Nearing the 2-minute warning. One more play. Elway incomplete. Actually, no, we're going to have another play. 2:06 to go. 3rd and 7. Sack by Bell. And now we are at the 2-minute warning. And it's punting time for Scarpito in Denver. That's a nice kick. See how far that went. 52 yards. Hall returned at 14. So the net was 38. And what will Kansas City do here? They're contemplating between running it and throwing it. They're going to look to Otis Taylor on a medium hitch on the first down play. And we're playing an unknown defense. Unknown to KC. Incomplete. It was a dump off to Charles. They'll go to Charles on purpose this time. Off tackle right. 2nd and 10. Gain of 4.
Offsides. Offense. Number 88. 5-yard penalty.
They get Tony Gonzalez for an offensive offsides. Sets up 2nd and 15. Short hitch to J.T. Smith. Caught by Taylor, a gain of 4. Denver using a timeout. 3rd and 11. They'll put a man in motion and go to Bo. Incomplete. And Dawson off to a slow start. 5 for 12, 77 yards. Jarrell Wilson back to punt again for KC. Oh, a block. A block. Jackson up the middle, recovered it. And that's a reversal of fortune here for Denver. Ball quickly pounced upon, a return of none, or 0. And Denver takes over at the 22. Price blocked it. And Jackson recovered it for Denver. 1st and 10 from there. 22-yard line. A sack. Willie Lanier comes in and sacks Elway. So it seems the defenses are leading in this game and the offenses are following. Denver not opting to use their last timeout here. 2nd and 15 at the 27. Elway over the middle to Shannon Sharp. He gains 10. Robinson on the stop for KC. And Denver uses their last timeout with 51 ticks to go. Incomplete.
Roughing the passer,
Oh.
defense. Number 75, automatic, first down.
Kansas City cannot get out of their own way. Mays called for roughing the passer. First and goal at the 8. Terrell Davis back to the line, and that's it. In fact, he gained a yard. 36 seconds. Denver staying on the field for a second and goal at the 7. Elway spiked the ball, and they're going to bring the field goal team on a little early. This is McManus to try a field goal from 24. It's good, and it's 6-3. You got 18 seconds left. Hall back deep for KC. A touchback. KC still has 2 timeouts, so they got nothing to lose going for it. Fly to Smith. Medium fly route. One of those see if he can get anything plays. Dawson dumped it to Gonzalez, but that fell incomplete. They're going to try again. Screen to McClinton. With 13 seconds left, they should have time for one more play if they want to burn a timeout. But McClinton, 50, 40, 30. Are you kidding me? Touchdown on the last play of the half. Oh, doctor. Well, we said McClinton is a threat every time he catches it out of the backfield, and he was indeed on that. That went 80 yards, and that expired all the time out of the first half. A tremendous development. Point after good by Tynes, and it's 10-6. And we start the second half. Talk about how one play could change a half. That was it right there. 228 total yards for KC, 132 for Denver. Denver has run 27 plays. Kansas City has run 28, so it's been a very even game. Kansas City still kicking into the wind. They'll get the wind advantage back for quarter number 4. Upchurch back deep. That's a return of
receiving team
33, but it's coming back. Mecklenburg called for holding on the return. Denver takes it at their own 15, first and 10. Just started quarter number 3 if you're just joining us. Gain of 8 for Davis. He got to the second level. He has 58 yards now on 9 carries. Second and 2 at the 23. First down. I am not challenging the spot of the ball, as Humphrey gained just enough. And it's now first and 10 at the 25. Pitch to Davis. Davis running on the left sideline. That's a gain of 7. Had 120 yards last week against Miami. Remember, Denver played last week. Kansas City didn't. Second and 3. Why am I saying second and third? That's baseball. Gain of 4. Humphrey shoved out by Smith. First and 10 at the 36. Davis. That looks like a loss of 3 yards, and it is.
Number 78, 10-yard penalty.
And we'll take the penalty against Clady. Make it first and 20 instead of second and 13. Ball at the 26. Throw incomplete, looking for Sharp. Robinson got a hand on that. And it's second and 20 from there. 26-yard line still. Over the middle, incomplete, looking for Smith. Third and 20, ball to 26. That was a down and out to Smith, gained 4, but they needed 20. 4th and 16, Scarpito will punt for sure. And that was Hall on the return. He backed up a little bit to catch it because the punt went 53. And Atwater made the tackle after a 14-yard return, so the net on the play was 39. 10-6, Kansas City leading on that catch and run. Spectacular catch and run by Curtis McClinton. Don't let me call him Delbert McClinton, no matter how much I think of that name. Sweep left, Charles. On first and 10, it's a split, so we're going to change it to a screen. Incomplete. Should have screened it to McClinton, considering what he did the last time he had the ball. Okay, trap right, second and 10. Ball to 31. That's a gain of 4 yards. And that sets up third and 6 at the 35. 3 wide set, man in motion. Go short pass, and we'll look for Gonzalez. Blitz coming, so this is going to be, let's see here, a short hitch to Gonzalez. And he finds number 88, the Hall of Fame tight end.
Holding offense.
But it's coming back.
Number 54, 10-yard penalty.
Waters called for holding at a very inopportune moment for the Chiefs. Medium cross. And on third and 16, any of these catches would be good for a first down on average. We will go to Bo. Incomplete. Two defenders converged on Bo and made sure he didn't catch that. So Jarrell Wilson back again to punt. 9:47 left in the third. Nice return by Upchurch for 11. The punt only went 41, so the net was 30. First and 10 at the 45. Terrell Davis up the middle. First down, past the 40, down at the 39, a gain of 16. And it was Lewis making the stop for Kansas City. First and 10 at the 39. This is going to be Terrell Davis again. Fumble recovered by Kansas City. So each team with a turnover now. Mays recovered it for the Chiefs. And Lenny Dawson quickly on the field, showing a little bit of swagger. Looks like Kingstram called a good play for him. It's going to be a play-action bomb to Bo. Just try to stretch the defensive coverage out a little bit. Incomplete. Harris Jr. providing good coverage for the Broncos. Let's look at him real fast, out of Kansas. Off tackle right, Jamal Charles, as we try to chop that 10-yard down in distance. But no gain. I thought he might have lost a yard. Harris again. He's been Johnny on the spot so far this series. Motion, medium, not medium. I want medium, I don't want long. To Taylor. And we'll see what happens here on third and 10 from the 39. 8 minutes left in the quarter. That's caught. Otis, my man. 19-yard gain. And that moves it to the Denver 42 with 7:49 left. Charles off tackle right in the 3 wide set. Heavy blitz, so we're going to make that a screen to Charles. Charles passed the 30 to the 25 to the 24, a gain of 18. So Kansas City with something going on here. McClinton, who has 2 catches on the day for 84 yards. We're going to let him rush one off tackle right. And Dawson called a timeout, which leaves Kansas City 2 timeouts for the remainder of the second half. 6:21 to go. Back to Charles, off tackle right. 1 yard loss. Mecklenburg makes the tackle. Second and 11, so we can keep in the base formation. Short pass to McClinton. And he can't catch it. Incomplete. Third and 11 will go to Tony Gonzalez on the medium fly. And he might be open. Because he was open. Touchdown, Kansas City. And it's 16-6. Point after by Tynes. Almost no good. Just crept inside the left crossbar. 17-6 Kansas City. They're looking for the sweep against Denver with 5:21 left in quarter number 3. Here's Upchurch. If it is kicked to him, and it is, just beyond the goal line, out to the
Holding.
27.
Receiving team.
With those dreaded return penalties, killed Denver there. Gradishar backs Denver up to the 8. First and 10. Denver trailing by 11. Incomplete. Elway was trying to throw it to Sharp. Robinson drilled him. And it sets up second and 10. Humphrey with running room. Past the 20. Past the 30. Humphrey recovered his own fumble at the 28. The play gained 20 yards. A trap left that Denver was able to pop open for him. A fumble. Denver recovered it. And it's first and 10 as Denver retains possession. Incomplete. That was Elway throwing to Sharp again. Elway 9 of 17 for just 93 yards. Second and 10. Still at the 28. Elway scrambles. Close to the first down. I think he got it. He did. 11-yard gain. Duron Cherry makes the tackle for the Chiefs. First and 10 at the 39. This is Humphrey. Humphrey back to the line, and that is it. Willie Lanier makes the tackle. Setting up second and 10 at the 39. Terrell Davis close to the first down. In fact, he got it. Lewis on the stop for KC. 7th play of the Denver drive. First and 10 at the 49. Davis loses a yard. Lewis and Davis, that's a new one for me to get mixed up. Second and 11 at the 48. Quick throw to Marshall, incomplete, deflected by Cherry. 9th play of the drive now, 3rd and 11 at the 48. Incomplete. And now Denver has to punt. Scarpito might be his last kick with the wind at his back. And it's a beauty, down at the 1. Punt went 51 yards, not returned. 1:04 to go. Kansas City putting everything in the running game for these next few plays. Dawson, an inside run. Try to get him a little bit of breathing room. And that goes to the 4, pickup of 3. Charles, pitch to the right. This might be one of these plays with the screwy animation. No gain.
Offsides. Defense. Number 97. 5-yard penalty.
They get Jackson for offside. 2nd and 2. 13 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Smith, play action medium pass. Oh! Dawson threw that like a Nolan Ryan fastball. Smith will be feeling that one come Monday. Gain of 16, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. It's 17-6 Kansas City, looking to go 6-3, 6-2 on the year. Getting a little ahead of myself. Speaking of getting a little ahead of myself, if you can't find us on YouTube and you're asking yourself, is there any other way that you can follow what Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims YouTube channel does? Well, glad you asked that. This is my blog address here on the bottom of the screen, the center bottom, Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims.wordpress.com. I try to keep a day-to-day record of all the videos done. Get your HTFL videos there if you happen to lose track of where I am on YouTube. Grand Slam Wrestling, the OOTP baseball series I do, featuring version 21, the Universal Pioneers. And what's that other project? Oh yes, Franchise Hockey Manager 6, the Hartford Whalers Brass Bonanza series. And sometimes I feature the Digital to Dice podcast that Dave Gardner and Uncle Ron do. And you never know what will be on that blog. So there's your web address, Big Polly's World of Sports Sims.wordpress.com. Another way to keep in touch with us, or me. Back to the game, it's the fourth quarter. 17-6, Kansas City leading Denver. Denver, 45 plays, 213 yards. Kansas City, 40 plays, 312. Ball to 25, a first and 10. Back to Charles. Trap right. And Charles with running room, a pickup of 12. Curtis McClinton, who changed the game with that catch and run of a screen pass going 80 yards to end the first half. He'll get it here on a dive. And McClinton with a nice run, 8 yards. So Kansas City, Hank Stram cupping his hands around his mouth, saying, "Slow it down, Lenny. Slow it down, Lenny." Trap it right. Jamal Charles. And a gain of 6 for the first down. And they're going to try to take off as much time off the clock as they can here. To McClinton, a run to the right side. He's making a generic run to the right. Oh, that's a loss. 4-yard loss. And that puts Kansas City in a little bit of trouble with their game plan. 2nd and 14. A pitch to the right. And Charles gains 7 yards back. And Len Dawson looking over at Hank Stram saying, "Are you sure you want me to keep slowing it down?" Hank Stram's like, yes, keep matriculating the ball down the field, boys. 3rd and 7. They'll go into McClinton. Actually, we're going to stick with Charles. Pitch right. Charles get the first down. Oh, no, he didn't get it. 6 yards. Setting up 4th and 1 from the 40. Now, Kansas City has the wind advantage with 10:53 to go. And only a 20% odds of making the field goal from here, which would be from 57. The punt, really, even a pooch punt would go 38, so I'm going to go for it. We're going to bootleg it with Lenny Dawson on 4th and 1 from the 40, even though we're up 11. Oh, he's going to be denied. No gain. Gradishar with a nice tackle for Denver. And Demarius Thomas comes in as a 4th wide out for Denver. 10:07 left. Did Kansas City just give Denver an opening here? 1st and 10. Thrown and caught. Thomas at the 37. Demarius Thomas, who just came in the game, made a 26-yard catch. Robinson on the tackle. 1st and 10 at the 34. It's Elway with room to scramble. Gain of 3. Neal, who was shaken up a little earlier, is now out for the game at right guard. Paul Howard will come in to replace him. 2nd and 7 at the 31. Davis up the middle, a first down. Gain of 10, and Davis has now eclipsed 100 yards, or he's right at it. 1st and 10 at the 21. We have 9:24 to go. Over the middle looking for Smith, incomplete. Elway took a good hit after the throw there. Elway now 10 for 21, 119. Dawson 10 for 22, 235 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day. 2nd and 10, ball to 21. It's Elway. 1st and 10, over the middle, incomplete. The slant was intended for Brandon Marshall. Barry knocked it loose. 3rd and 10. Field goal does not hurt Denver here. A screen looking for Marshall, incomplete. And with 8:45 to go, Denver can cut it to a one-score game if Brandon McManus can hit a field goal from 38. But he can't. No good. So KC takes over. 17-6 lead, 8:42 left. And you think you're going to see a lot of rock pounding here. Off tackle left, Jamal Charles is already over 100 on the day. He gains 2 more. He's at 109. He's also caught 2 out of the backfield for 33. A run to the right side, Charles on 2nd and 8. Jamal Charles. He's got the first down. He's past the 50 to the 40 to the 30. He might go, but he doesn't. Harris Jr. with great pursuit to catch him. That is a 48-yard gain, and that is Jamal Charles going to 157 on the day. Is that his longest run of the season? His longest run of the season was 56 yards. 1st and 10 at the 22. 7:41 to go. KC wants to slow it down. A sweep left to Charles. And another nice gain past the 20, past the 15 to the 13. A season high for Jamal Charles, 166 yards rushing. And he might get the ball a few more times. Off tackle right, McClinton. And he's going to be denied a loss of a yard. 3rd and 2, 6:07 to go. We'll go back to Charles on a dive play. He will be short. Tackled by Gradishar. And on 4th and 2, Hank Stram pointing to his nice watch and saying, "Milk that clock, boys." Which they do. They will run it down to 4:46 and take a timeout. Kansas City only has a timeout left, should they need it later in this game. Tynes will try a field goal here from 31 yards. Wind at his back, and a strong wind at that. Easy money. And it's 20-6 with 4:48 left to go in the 4th quarter. Upchurch back deep. And that's a touchback. So LA's got work to do. 4:43 left. Trailing by 14. Ball to 20. 1st down. Thomas over the middle, 9 yards. 2nd and 1 at the 29. A sack. Smith. And the 9 yards they gained on 1st down was lost on 2nd. Away 11 for 24. 128 yards. 3rd and 10 at the 20. That is a throw and a catch to Thomas.
Personal foul. Defense. Number 42, 15-yard penalty.
And
Automatic.
Robinson with some
down.
rough stuff. Adds 15 more. 1st and 10 at the 46. We have 3:53 to go. Davis. Loss of a yard. Smith on the tackle. Now a 2nd and 11 from the 45. Denver's got to get something, and they got to get something soon. Throw to Thomas, right through the hands of Robinson, so that could have been a pick. 3rd and 11 at the 45. That's a catch on the right sideline to Thomas. A gain of 13 and a 1st down. 3:20 to go. This is Davis, no gain. And the clock will continue to run. Denver with all 3 timeouts still. 3:11 to go. 2nd down. Over the middle to Marshall. And a gain of 10. A 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32. To the sideline, incomplete.
Encroachment. Defense. Number 86, 5-yard penalty.
Kansas City just trying to catch their breath at this point. 1st and 5 at the 27. Buchanan called for offsides, by the way. Elway finds Thomas, and it's a touchdown. His longest catch of the season at 27 yards. I did not see how that play developed, so I'm going to look at it on replay. Elway ran to his right, found Thomas. Thomas had to weave his way by a couple of defenders, gets the score, and it's 20-12. Your extra point is good by McManus. 20-13 with 2:21 left. I'm going to watch for the onside kick, although if I'm Denver, I'm inclined to kick deep here. That's what they do. Hall, not a great return. To the 13-yard line, he only returned it 12 yards. So with 2:10 to go, what can KC do? Trap right Charles. They just have to execute with their running game, I would think. He gains 1 yard to go to 167. Smith was hurt. So Costa comes in at defensive tackle out of Utah. And it's 2nd and 9. They'll go to McClinton on a dive. And I have a play in mind for 3rd down. Loss of a yard. That takes us to the 2-minute warning. So what I want to do is I want to go base formation. And I'm going to go play action to Gonzalez. I need 10 yards, so we're going to make it a medium passing play. And we're going to go medium hitch. Incomplete. So Denver didn't have to call a timeout. Minute 49 left. I was trying a little trickeration there. Didn't work. Wilson on the punt. A boomer. Upchurch. Almost back to
Illegal
midfield.
block. Receiving team, 10-yard penalty.
But they get Price for the illegal block. Back Denver to the 26. And if you know anything about John Elway, he's a miracle worker. Ask the Cleveland Browns that, especially that AFC Championship game during the 86-87 season, where the Broncos had to go the length of the field to tie it with a touchdown. 1st and 10 at the 26. Davis up the middle. He gains 7. He goes to 106 on the day. But time is of the essence right now for Denver. 1:35 left. 2nd and 3 at the 33. Davis over the middle again. He gains 12. It was an off-tackle run. He goes to 118. Denver calls a couple of quick timeouts. They just have one left, a minute 25. They need a touchdown to tie. Incomplete, looking for Smith. Bell tipped it. Bobby Bell. 2nd and 10 now from the 45.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense. Number 75, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
Mays jumps a little early. 2nd and 5, the ball right at the 50 on that Kansas City crest. Davis getting loose like a wild man. 16-yard gain. Ran down the right sidelines and got out of bounds. 1st and 10 at the 34. This is Elway again. To the sideline, incomplete. That was dropped by Thomas. Minute 6 to go. 2nd and 10. Davis, nothing doing. Lewis on the tackle. The runs are not confusing KC anymore. Denver calls time. 3rd and 10 at the 34. They got to get 10 yards in the next 2 plays or this one is over. Incomplete, looking for Thomas. They're looking for Taylor. Thomas with the tip. And this is your game, perhaps. 4th and 10 at the 34. 5 receivers. They put Davis out wide. He's going to be short of the 1st down, I think. He is. You needed 10, and you only got 9. And that's going to be all she wrote, because Denver has no timeouts. Dawson will take a couple of knees. This one will be over. Kansas City gets the head-to-head sweep on Denver, so if they wind up tied at the end of the season, Kansas City will have the tiebreaker, the first tiebreaker on the head-to-head meetings. 20-13 your final. They won in Denver 27-24 week 3. And there you see it. I think McClinton should get player of the game honors. 403 yards for Kansas City, 356 for Denver. Both teams perfect in the red zone, but they both kick field goals each trip to the red zone. Time of possession about even. Penalties 13. No, well, I would say it was a terribly played game, but not a well played game either. Denver had it for 67 plays despite only holding the ball 28-45. Kansas City had it for 57. Denver had 22 first downs, Kansas City had 13. There's your stats. Dawson 10 for 23. With the win, each team facing a strong win for half the game, nobody stood out with the passing game. Jamal Charles might get player of the game honors with that 167-yard rushing effort. And we'll look at the defensive stats. Nobody had a 10-tackle game. Robinson with 9 tackles. And nobody had more than 1 sack. So Kansas City moves to 6-2. Denver falls to 5-3. San Francisco yet to play. And Seattle, that'll be one of our games in the next coming days. San Francisco wins that, they'll be in first place with the head-to-head win over Kansas City week 1. Denver at 5-3, still very much a part of the Western Conference race. Our next games tomorrow: Las Vegas at Arizona, Seattle at San Francisco, as I was just mentioning. Los Angeles, San Diego is our opening game Friday. Green Bay and Chicago will be our closer on Friday night. That'll be a YouTube premiere at 9 o'clock and available on demand after that at right around 10 o'clock or so Eastern Time on Friday night. So those of you going to see high school football on your Friday night, you have something to look forward to. Again, your final, 20-13, Kansas City prevailing over Denver. This has been Big Paulie coming to you. We wish you well, no matter where you are, no matter when you see this. Godspeed and God bless, and we'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.